in line. Susan. But you were scared of him, weren't you? Gordon. I was scared to death, but isn't that the way it's supposed to be with parents? Susan. Gordon, is that how you'd want your children to feel about you? Gordon avoided my eyes. This was making him extremely uncomfortable. I pulled my chair closer and continued gently. Your wife is a pediatrician. If she saw a child in her office with the same marks on his body that you had on yours from one of your father's spankings, would she be required by law to report it to the authorities? Gordon didn't have to answer. His eyes filled with tears at the realization. He whispered, I'm getting a terrible knot in my stomach. Gordon's defenses were down. Though he was in terrible emotional pain, he had uncovered, for the first time, the primary long-hidden source of his temper. He had been containing a volcano of anger against his father since childhood, and whenever the pressure got too great, he would erupt at whoever was handy, usually his wife. I knew what we had to do. Acknowledge and heal the battered little boy inside of him. When I got home that evening, I found myself still thinking about Gordon. I kept seeing his eyes fill with tears as he realized how he had been mistreated. I thought about the thousands of adult men and women with whom I had worked, whose daily lives were being influenced, even controlled, by patterns set during childhood by emotionally destructive parents. I realized there must be millions more who had no idea why their lives weren't working, yet who could be helped. That's when I decided to write this book. Why look back? Gordon's story is not unusual. I've seen thousands of patients in my 18 years as a therapist, both in private practice and in hospital groups, and a solid majority have suffered a damaged sense of self-worth because a parent had regularly hit them or criticized them or joked about how stupid or ugly or unwanted they were, or overwhelmed them with guilt, or sexually abused them, or forced too much responsibility on them, or desperately overprotected them. Like Gordon, few of these people made the connection between their parents and their problems. This is a common emotional blind spot. People simply have trouble seeing that their relationship with their parents has a major impact on their lives. Therapeutic trends, which used to rely heavily on the analysis of early life experiences, have moved away from the then and into the here and now. The emphasis has shifted to examining and changing current behavior, relationships, and functioning. I believe this shift is due to clients' rejection of the enormous amounts of time and money required for many traditional therapies, often for minimal results. I am a great believer in short-term therapy that focuses on changing destructive behavior patterns, but my experience has taught me that it is not enough to treat the symptoms. You must also deal with the sources of those symptoms. Therapy is most effective when it proceeds down a double track, both changing current self-defeating behavior and disconnecting from the traumas of the past. Gordon had to learn techniques to control his anger, but in order to make permanent changes, ones that would stand up under stress, he also had to go back and deal with the pain of his childhood. Our parents plant mental and emotional seeds in us, seeds that grow as we do. In some families, these are seeds of love, respect, and independence, but in many others they are seeds of fear, obligation, or guilt. If you belong to this second group, this book is for you. As you grew into adulthood, these seeds grew into invisible weeds that invaded your life in ways you never dreamed of. Their tendrils may have harmed your relationships, your career, or your family. They have certainly undermined your self-confidence and self-esteem. I'm going to help you find those weeds and root them out.